This is Dr. Dave from Wellness Nutrition Center. We want to talk about how to lose stubborn fat. And to really understand what stubborn fat is, you have to understand there's three main types of fat. There's something called essential fat, which is all over the body, all over the skin, and all around. That's typically what you lose when you go on diets. Then there's something called visceral fat, which is inside the gut and around the organs and whatnot. But the non-essential fat, that's really what people really want to lose, which is this love handle stuff, the saddlebag stuff. This is non-essential fat, and it's kind of like the metabolism wants to store energy somewhere and lock it down for ages to come in case there's a real starvation that comes along. So we call it like a lockbox. And so there's really only two ways to access that non-essential fat, and it's from the inside out with something, one of our programs we have, it's called Fat Switch, and it's using a compound called HA2CG, along with a few other components like a detox program and a restrictive diet. Very successful. We're not going to talk much about that today. What we're really highlighting is more of the external version of this. All right, so that's another way to access this non-essential fat through kind of a direct attack on the tissue. And you've all heard of liposuction or maybe cool sculpting, some very popular things that are out there. These are very destructive, aggressive forms of getting rid of that fat, and they're somewhat successful, but they're expensive, they're aggressive, there's tissue damage, so there's some downsides to it. So what we're highlighting today is something called red light therapy, and how this works. Let me turn this on. There we go. You can see there's all these red lights in there, and then some dark spots in there. So the red lights are literally, it's a very specific 635 nanometers of red light. That what it's doing to the fat cells of the body is it's like melting the butter. It's loosening up the cell membranes of the fat tissue, so the triglycerides and the fat molecules can actually leave that tissue and get out into the body. And we'll talk about the lymphatics in a second. The dark spot there is more infrared light. You can't see it, and that's an 880 nanometer wavelength that stimulates collagen and elastin, which tightens up your skin. If you've got cellulite in your thighs or whatever, it actually tightens that up. It's a wonderful thing. And if you want to make your face look a little bit younger, take some years off the face, we have a nice face piece that just goes around your face and really gets that skin as well. All right, let me turn that off. And so if we release this fat and it starts floating around, then we want to get you on a vibration device at a specific frequency range to really get your lymphatics to move this stuff around and get it out of the body. If your liver, lymphatics, your kidneys, or anything like that is jammed up, congested in any way, we might loosen it up, we don't lose it. So we really want to have a full system here. We do have a full system to really get both ends of that. So I also wanted to mention my wife's going to be doing a video pretty soon here, so stay tuned. We don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen soon. Dr. Jill, my wife, is going to talk about her personal experiences, some of the wins she's gotten with this device, about tightening up her skin and whatnot. I won't spoil it now, so stay tuned for that. We'll do a few other videos as well. So thank you for your time, and stay tuned. We plan to do a lot more of these things. Thank you.
Wellness and Nutrition Center. Live your life well. Move, nurture, and thrive.